So today we're going to germinate some new seed, and we're going to do a test with the rooting hormone, and I'm going to add 0.2 milliliters to this small sprayer container, which is about 150 milliliters. You'll find that less is more. You don't need to use a lot of rooting hormone. And what the rooting hormone will do is increase the germination rate of the seed. So we've marked our seeds, our trays, and I'm just going to spray half of the tray, dressing the seeds with the rooting hormone. Now this is a 3-part rooting hormone. Part 1 is for root promotion. Part 2 is overall plant health, movement of nutrients. And Part 3 is primarily for flowering and seed production. Give this a nice moistening. The coco coir or coco peat has already been moistened and sterilized for 15 minutes, boiling steam. So now we're going to dress the other half of the seeds with the high concentrate 50-50 seaweed booster, and I'm going to add 1 milliliter to 250 milliliters of water. This is all natural and organic, so you can't use too much. You don't have to worry about over spraying. We'll dress the other side of the seeds plus the first side. This is going to give a lot of the amino acids, humic and fulvic acids, and alginic acids, so when the seeds germinate they have it readily available. Inside the mix there's the leonardite, which is all the micronutrients found in nature. So it gives the new seedlings a really good boost once they get germinated. The first 3 trays are newer seed, less than a year old. This old seed is about 3 years old, not been refrigerated. So now we're going to take our coco coir, which comes in rolls as a matting, and disassemble some of it so it's easier to use in small bits for covering the seedlings. You can just pull the netting strings and it all comes apart really easily. Okay, now we've got coco coir taken apart from the sheets, so it's really easy to just shake it, break it up, cover our seedling trays, which will help retain some moisture and give the early seeds some protection. You could use coco peat or a vermiculite, perlite mix, or any kind of soil mix to cover them, but find in the tropics the high heat and humidity can lead to fungus and rot. So a little bit of protection with the coco coir still allows air movement, moisture retention, and protection for the new baby plants. Beautiful thing about coco coir is that it's a good buffering agent to keep your water slightly acidic, so you don't have to use as much chemical if you've got alkali water. Being that it's biodegradable, it goes great into the soil, and it's low cost, so very efficient way to grow with in your garden or in your hydroponic system. Just a thin layer is really all you need, because we'll be moistening the top layer with a little seaweed booster extract as needed. Keep those new seedlings moist and happy. Now, if you don't have a greenhouse where you can hold some humidity in, you may want to use a dome cover. But the problem with the dome is if there's too much humidity, it's really easy to get that fungus and bacteria growing. Perfect. Now, give everything a nice coat of seaweed booster mixed with rainwater, just so that we're moistening the coco coir. Now what I'm going to do, since it'll take a day or two to germinate, is I'm just going to stack my trays. They don't need light while they're germinating, and I'll put a tray with something starting on top.